what time it is, man. I know it's Reaper Training, and we back. We back, son. So today, keeping the relationship vibe going, I want to talk about, is it love or is it lust?
Let a nigga smash, let a nigga smash. Let a nigga beat up on them booty cheeks, bruise up them booty cheeks.
Two very related things, two very different feelings, two very different outcomes. So, first things first, what really is love, right? So, coming from my perspective, right? So you got three types of love, right? There's unconditional love, there's loyal love, and then there is occasional love. So unconditional love is the love that you have for like your mom, right? Or your parents or a family member or something like that. You know, you have that bloodline connection and you just have an unconditional love for them to where regardless of what they do or how hard they hurt you, there's always some type of love left in your heart for that person. That love can also go for, friends and, significant others, but it's very, very few and far between. There's not too many. I guarantee you a lot of people out there, if they was to have like, a wife or a husband, something like that like smash their sister, it's very hard pressed to say that there's a lot of people out there that say they have an unconditional love for that person still. Unconditional love, they can do pretty much everything outside of kill your ass and you still have some type of love in your heart for them. It's very few and far between, but a lot of that normally has to do with like family and stuff like that. And then you have what I call loyal love. So loyal love is, to me, probably the best type of love. That's a love that you love someone so much that your loyalty to them does not wane based on your emotions. Now, you guys hear me talk a lot. Human nature is your emotions dictate your loyalty. Your emotions dictate your love. Your emotions dictate everything when it comes to any type of relationship, whether that be business, friendship, love, loving, family, whatever the case may be. All that encompasses your emotions. If you're mad one day, you may not have that same type of love. But in a loyal love, it doesn't matter what's going on, you 100%. Only difference between that and unconditional is disloyalty will essentially kill loyal love. If you're loyal to somebody and they are disloyal to you, for the most part, there's a wrap with that. Most loyal people, I consider myself a very loyal individual. You only got one time. Your ass got one time showing that you're an unloyal individual, and I'm gonna keep it moving. There's no hate, but I'm not finna sit here and basically waste my time trying to be loyal to somebody who's not a loyal individual. So, and that's why a lot of loyal people you hear, say like they got a small circle. Loyalty is not meant to be given to everybody, 100%. So, and then you have occasional love. So occasional love to me is basically, again, that's strictly emotion, right? Whatever's going on, you may love somebody because of what they can do for you right now. You may love somebody because you think you're supposed to. You may love somebody for whatever reason, just occasional. That's the normal. That is what I would say is the majority of love that you see out there is just occasional. It all depends on your emotion, all depends on the circumstances. That is the more frequent love. I'd say unconditional and loyal are probably the two rarest forms. You may, in your lifetime, have an unconditional love for 2-3 people and a loyal love for maybe, I don't know, not everybody's loyal, so you can there's some people probably out there who don't have any type of loyal love, or they're just straight up, however they feeling at that point in time. They couldn't even tell you that themselves, but their past relationships and their history of relationships, whether that be friendships or whatever the case may be, will tell you if they have any type of loyal love in them. So, what is the difference between love and lust, right? So, situation, right? So, with lust, a lot of times you'll see people say things like sex ruins their relationships. So if you have unwavering attraction for somebody, right, and then y'all just so happen to have really good sex, a lot of the times you'll be surprised. We probably wouldn't be surprised if you guys experienced it. Sex can make a relationship last for years. I'm talking about, not speaking from my experiences, necessarily, because I feel like my longer term relationships have all been, I guess, more of occasional love based. Man, I got friends, bruh, and you ask them, they'll tell you they got nothing in common with who they was with. They don't get along, they fight all the time, but they was together for 2-3 years. Kids brought out of it, and it's straight up just lust. You know what I mean? Lust is a powerful, powerful attraction. People underestimate just how powerful that is. But what's the dangers of lust? So the thing is, I just heard me mention kids. There's a lot that could come from a lustful relationship. You got kids. Lust normally builds up an occasional love to an extent. So if you fall in love with somebody off of lust, which again is an occasional love, there's no real loyalty there. Well, sometimes there is, but more often than not, there's no loyalty there. There's definitely no unconditional love there. So build that love from that lust, and that person who never had that real commitment to you goes and cheats or something like that. That creates violence. There's a lot of things that can come from a lustful relationship, and there's almost no way to really prevent it unless you just know exactly what you're looking for, right? If you're younger, or if you're somebody who you've never had a lustful relationship in general, like even if you love somebody, the sex was enough to entice your mind that much, or you're not a sexual individual, you may never experience that. But when it comes along, you won't know how to adjust to it. You've had those situations in the past, you'll learn how to kind of sift through that a little bit. Like, yeah, this is great, but do I mentally like you? You know what I'm saying? Do I actually love you? Are you loyal? You know what I'm saying? Those are the two differences that you'll see when it comes to love. Now, in my opinion, any occasional love-based relationship is, I don't even think, those are all if you look at the divorce rates, I say the 50% that do break up, those are all occasional love-based. And occasional love-based, again, can be influenced by everything. It could be because you're around that person all the time. It could be because you're dependent on that person. If you're somebody who, you don't like being alone, you'll become dependent on somebody just because of their company. And you just don't want to be by yourself, so it's better to be laid up under somebody who may or may not be good for you than it is for you to just be by yourself. That's just a personal thing. That's an occasional love. Occasional love also, we just talked about is lust. Occasional love is, I'm not going to say is a bad thing, because you never know. Occasional love teaches you lessons that unconditional love occasional love and unconditional love will teach you lessons that are invaluable. You know what I'm saying? If you have an unconditional love for somebody and you letting them kind of fuck you over a lot, not saying everybody who you have unconditional love for is gonna fuck you over. A lot of times that unconditional love is built because they've shown you how much they care about you. But if you have unconditional love for somebody who doesn't, man, let me tell you something. They will tear your ass up. You will learn a lot of life lessons from just that one relationship. And I personally feel everybody needs to go through it at some point. You know what I'm saying? I can't really say I've experienced a heartbreak from a relationship standpoint, but let me tell you something. A sexual relationship, but man, I've experienced heartbreaks from other places, man, as far as just, disloyalty and things like that. And bruh, it hurts, but it teaches you a lot about life. It teaches you a lot about people. You know what I mean? That's what kind of builds that character. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of see people take the easy, softer way out. You know what I mean? First thing you want to talk about is killing themselves and shit like that. And there's no disrespect to anybody, but if you are thinking about killing yourself over a relationship, you really gotta sit there and realize that you're missing the opportunity to grow exponentially as a person. You know what I'm saying? There's so much opportunity of growth with every type of heartbreak, every type of disappointment. It's just, it knows no bounds. Like, it's crazy when you really think about it. So, and the reason why I brought up love and lust is because you guys will, there's so many opportunities that you can find to really deviate to, but you're gonna be blinded by a lot of different outcomes, and it's gonna cause a lot of hurt. But I feel like at the end of the day, the more lessons that you learn from your relationships, the better, right? And that's just the key to all of this. Life experiences. You hear a lot of people talk about wasting their time. If you feel like you wasted your time in a relationship, like you just invested too much, you didn't get anything back, then you're missing opportunity, because you must have learned lessons about people. There's life lessons in everything. You know what I'm saying? If you can't find a lesson in something, you're just not looking hard enough, you're just not looking deep enough. Or, you know what I'm saying, you just don't want to look there, you're just angry at the moment. But when as time goes on and time passes by, you will learn, and you will see that you learned a lot from your past experiences. So this is a little smaller, like shorter video. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. I felt like it was an interesting concept. And it's Devontae, it's the Reaper Training. Like, comment, subscribe. We got more content coming to y'all. I told y'all I was gonna post a lot this week, man. Y'all don't believe me, but it's alright though. Y'all gonna figure it out. So